What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, bringing you some more Dragon Ball FighterZ, and today we're wrapping up my City of Mayhem Dragon Ball FighterZ online tournament run. Again, this is an online tournament that's being held on a weekly basis by Bum163, and this tournament in particular was my first time cracking a top 8. Now, you know, when we last left off, I had first beat Posey in 18 in Winter Side round 1 and 2. Then in the third round, I actually had to play Scamby, who beat me 2-0 last time I was in a City of Mayhem tournament. But I was like, you know, Scamby's better than me, but I think I can absolutely beat him. Now, little did I know that chance would come so soon, and even less did I know that I would end up 2-0ing him in a pretty convincing set in my favor. So that went way better than I could have possibly expected it to. And then in Winter Side round 4, if I had won, I would have made Winter Side top 8, but I ended up losing to a player by the name of Rebello, who plays 2 blue hairs in the UI Goku, so that always spelled trouble for me from the get-go. That was never going to be a good look. But it was what it was. All it meant was that I get sent down to the losers bracket, and I would have to fight my way back up. Now, real quickly, I just want to mention that I told you guys I would be entering NLBC again this week. That was last night. Long story short, I'm having some electrical problems. My power went out twice, and even though I was winning my games, I DQ'd myself. I was just like, I got frustrated. I didn't want to deal with it. It's been an issue that's getting worse, and it's something I got to handle. So with that being said, like, if I end up missing a day or two, or maybe even a few off of YouTube in the near future, that's probably the reason why. And if I'm not streaming for the next few days, that's, again, also the reason why. I talked about this on Twitter, and I've talked about it on stream before, but just because I know not everybody follows me on those platforms, I want to be sure that I said it here as well. But with that out of the way, we get into the first match with Prodigy. Now, Prodigy plays a team of Zamasu, Gotenks, and GT Goku, and he is another player who frequently enters House of Chaos. I don't know if he's entered too many of these City of Mayhem tournaments, but I was familiar with his play. I've never played him for myself, but I'd seen him play on multiple occasions, and I was pretty confident that I could do this. I didn't think it would be easy, but that's pretty much my mindset going into most matches. There are very few players who I run into, I'm just like, oh, I'm just absolutely not going to win. Even when I say that out loud, most of the time I don't really mean it. I feel like I could pretty much beat most people as long as I play my best. I just don't always play my best, you feel me? But yeah, going into this match, I was like, yeah, I can take him. I could take him. What I didn't know at the time, though, is that if I won this set, that I would be actually making top 8 from the loser side. I thought I was going to have to win 2 games, but it turned out I only had to win 1. And by games, I mean sets. I thought I was going to have to win 2 sets, but I only needed to win this one. So things started off pretty so-so. He got the first hit with Zamasu, but I ended up getting his hit back with Android 18. I get 18 out to bring Bardock in after I got my second touch because she had already lost some health, and I didn't want her to end up dying because, you know, that happens all too frequently where my Android 18 dies without putting up much of a fight. That being said, Bardock gets his dome piece cracked by a 6M plus an assist, and you'll notice that an ongoing trend throughout the set, which you're about to see right here, is Prodigy dropped a lot of combos. I mean, our connection wasn't too bad. Again, I don't remember if he's entered too many of these City Mayhem tournaments. I'm not sure how accustomed he is to playing online, and I don't even remember if it showed like his you know, how many battles he's played online or whatever. But I'm gonna have my camera for just a second. It was a pretty steady 2 frames the entire time, which for me is like, you know, my natural habitat as somebody who plays this game online on a daily basis. I'm used to about that much frame delay on a regular basis, but he wasn't. And so he dropped a lot of combos. He allowed me to live. I got Bardock out, Android 18 in, got the touch, hit him with a level 3, knocked him down, called the medium 17, run up Dragon Rush, and that was the end of Gotenks. And like I said, that's going to be a reoccurring factor throughout this match. You'll see is that he dropped a lot of combos. He did, however, find the hit overhead with Zamasu on my Android 18 after I blocked the GT Goku assist. I'm personally really bad about playing around GT Goku assist. That assist controls neutral very well, and I just somehow always end up running into it. Again, you'll see, he goes for his level 3 with Zamasu. Dropped the combo though. I tried to be slick and knock him down to the Bardock assist. I think he thought I wasn't going to drop it, so he wasn't ready to tech there. He just landed, got hit by the medium starter, except I dropped my combo. But again, you'll see here, right? Pretty sure he super dashes me. Yep, I get hit, drops. Again, super dash, gets the hit, drops. He kept dropping his combos, and I felt bad because I know he's a good player, but it's just like, some days it'd be like that. I've definitely had my own fair share of days like that where just like nothing seems right. Just none of your inputs feel like they're coming out. You're just dropping all your combos, screwing up all your setups. Some days it's just like that. Again, I don't know if it was just, I don't imagine it was nerves. Like I say, he's competed multiple times before, and I don't think he even knows who I am, so I don't think he'd be nervous to fight me of all people, right? I think he was just feeling a little off his game. Happens to the best of us. I lariat plus assist with the EX, take him to the other side. We'll take myself to the other side, him with the Dragon Rush. It's really hard to deal with. I didn't think 1 bar was going to be enough there. I underestimated the scaling off the EX layer. Yeah, it wasn't a big deal bringing Trunks in with the Bardock assist, even though I don't really care much for the Trunks versus GT matchup. Thought for sure that Shining Slash was going to get over the beam. I was sadly mistaken. It's all well and good though. Nothing too bad came out of it. I mean, he got a little bit of damage, but no big deal. He gets clipped by the Bardock assist. Thank you so much, my Lariat friend. We get the full combo with Trunks. Take him to the corner, and I'm pretty sure I leave Trunks in, yeah, and go for the level 3. It's going to be pretty big damage. I don't have any meter though, so I would need a medium starter in order to kill here, and that's pretty much what I was telling myself. But I didn't go for it anyway, so I just went for the overhead. He vanishes out, hits me with a tick throw. Is what it is. Again, I still have a pretty healthy Bardock back there, and he can't kill me from this, I don't think, right? Oh wait, no, he could have. But again, he dropped his combo. He had 7 bars, so he could have done Spirit Bomb into Dragon Rush, into EX Lunge, the Flurry Fist, that move. And then Dragon Fist level 3, and it would have killed me, but he messed up. He found the hit anyway off that EX move, which, by the way, that is... I don't know if I want to say number 1, but it's got to be at least top 3 EX moves in the game. That move being half a bar, 9 frames of startup, full combo, like with no assist or having to vanish, that move is just stupid good. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Anyway, after a small amount of neutral, I ended up finding the hit on GT Goku, get the 5 LLL. Felt like I was spaced back kind of far, plus GT Goku has a very small hitbox, so I felt like if I went for that 2M there, it wasn't going to connect and it was going to whiff. So in order to secure the victory, I hit him with a 2H, and like I said before, what most I've never actually tested to see what does more damage myself, but I see most of the pro level players and just players in general who are better than me, when they feel like the spacing is a bit off and the 2M is going to whiff, they skip the 2M and just go straight for the 5M into the jump cancel. And I can only assume that's the more optimal way of going about it, but me being the scrub that I am, I always 2H in those scenarios where I feel like it's going to slip away from me if I don't hit, throw out a move with a bigger hitbox. He actually got hit by the Bardock assist there. I wasn't ready to confirm off of it. I was going to throw that out into the Dragon Rush, so I went for the Dragon Rush anyway, but he managed to break it, probably because he was already hitting buttons to tech after getting hit by Bardock, thinking I was going to get a full combo, but it is what it is. This setup here wasn't very good, but at the very least I managed to block the raw tag. It would have been better if I was able to punish it, but I'll take just blocking it, not getting hit by it into a full combo. Get the hit on the Go Tanks, knock him down. EX17, you know the vibes. We find the hit. I think he actually got hit by 17 itself. I'm building plenty of bar here, so I'm like, alright, as long as I knock him down the trunks, boom, boom, medium 17, call Bardock assist, into command grab, that should be the end of him. Except, I did the command grab a little bit too slow, and I let Gotenks slip away from me, and that happened to me a couple of times in this tournament, where I dropped my kill combo with Android 18. That happened with me in match 2 against Posey. That happened to me, I think, in game 2 as well against 18, and it happened to me here again in game 2. I just don't know how to kill with Android 18 in game 2 of sets, huh? I'm pretty sure it happened in game 2 against 18, and it happened in game 2 here against Prodigy. Android 18 ends up going down, but again, man, like I said, these combo drops are drops that would happen less frequently if I just stuck to, my guns and just solidified myself, just tightened up with my team, with my characters. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I find the hit on Zamasu. Actually, I'm surprised at myself getting the full combo off that. In most scenarios, I wouldn't have had the awareness to get the J2H into full combo like that. But we spend the 2 bars. I had 7 bars of meter, so I was like, alright, we'll spend 5. Level 1, level 1, into level 3. Wasn't really necessary though, because like if he got hit, he was gonna die regardless of me spending the extra bars with Bardock. But it is what it is. I go for media change the future, and I'm not sure what he tried to do. Maybe he just was holding up back or something, but he ended up getting hit, and that was enough to take out Zamasu. Again, I jump into GT Goku assist, get cracked overhead by Go Tanks, and he gets full combo. I don't know, man. Like the thing about it, right, is that in this game, 99% of assists can be jumped over. Not counting C assists, I guess, right? But like, my instincts for the past 2 years playing this game have told me when an assist comes out, try to reflect it or jump over it. Neither of those work really well against GT Goku. Also, let me rewind and then pause just real quick right here, right? My instincts tell me when I see an assist get called out to try to reflect it or jump over it. But the problem is, depending on where you're spaced with GT Goku, obviously trying to jump out of the way, it doesn't work, right? Just the angle it covers, you're just asking yourself to hold a block string, right? Or a potential mix-up. And then trying to reflect it, well, depending on where you're on the screen, it's just going to go over your head. So you kind of just have to stay there and crouch, which is like, it's one of those things that's easier said than done, because again, your instincts want to tell you to jump or reflect, but now that those things are the answer when you're on a certain part of the screen. And it is really simple to just sit there and crouch and just duck under it or just do nothing, but that's just not what I want to do when I see the assists get called in the flat, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that being said though, some other little counterplay, I guess, to the GT Goku assist that I often opt for nowadays is going for 2M under it as my opponent dashes forward to me, because a lot of players will run into it because they just expect GT Goku to just cover them, so they go in for buttons, or they just dash forward and just end up getting hit. He stayed back, he hung back, didn't get caught by it, but I ended up finding the hit on Gotenks anyway. Key blast into the spin, knocked down the trunks assist. As long as I don't drop this, Gotenks is dead. We didn't drop the extension. Level 1, level 1, level 1. I wasn't entirely sure if 2 level 1s was going to cover it. Looking back at it now, 2 bars definitely would have been enough, but I was playing it safe, didn't want to be sorry. Like I said, I really wanted to make this top 8 with this team, and this was the best shot I had yet, and I was like, as long as I win, I got this. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he went for that level 3. Bro, remember the last video I was talking about how I was rocking back in my chair like Poke Chop and Tekken? When he did that level 3, I was like, oh, it's on. It's on. I was like, medium scale punish, which the combo I did wasn't that great anyway, but at least I punished it with a 2M, because I could have done a better combo. I could have done like the change the future corner combo, but was what it was. We get him to force the sparking out, and I'm like, okay, this is a pretty dangerous situation. I think he tried to go for a huge brain read there, but I mash vanish out of the corner. I hit him with a block stream with Bardock. We go back overhead, get the full combo with Trunks, and then we knock him down. Pretty sure I go for meaty change the future here, because why wouldn't I? Yeah, with the 2L with the kill frames, I kind of screwed up that setup. Super dash right back at him. He gets caught because he also tried to go for a super dash. I build a third bar, so I'm like, bet we're gonna knock him down with Bardock. Save Trunks as the assist because he has less health. Bardock still has full health, and I like the Bardock versus GT matchup more anyway. So in the event that he gets out of this corner, I'd rather deal with that. But he mashed on wake up. I didn't confirm it though. I don't know why. I did two 2Ls and I still didn't confirm the full combo. Doesn't matter though. 6M, Online Warrior, I'm the scrub, DJ Khaled, we the best, you already know the vibes, YKTV. We ended up taking things 2-0 over Prodigy, and I was pretty excited. Like I said though, at the time, I didn't realize that meant that I qualified for top 8. I thought I was going to have to win one more match in order to make top 8. And so I looked at the bracket and saw who I was up against, and I was like, you can't be serious. Because as it turns out, my next opponent was none other than legendary Pred. Now, Pred is somebody I have known since way back when I played Xenoverse 2, which, by the way, for those of you who are new to the channel, you might not know this, but yeah, your boy used to be really big in the Xenoverse 2, and I was pretty good at that game as well, even though that game sucks, so we don't really gotta talk about it. But yeah, Pred also used to play Xenoverse 2, for those who don't know. He was better than me then, he's better than me now. And so I'm familiar with him, but he's a more seasoned player than me in this game. He's actually traveled and competed a bit, taking out some very strong and well-known players, and usually smokes me when we play. I take games off of him all the time, but most of the time I do get destroyed, and his team I hate it so much because it's so good. But I don't blame him for playing it. Like, obviously you should play the good characters, but it's just like, it's one of those things where I saw who I was matched up against, and I rolled my eyes and like, here we go again. Because you might also remember that in the last MLBC that I actually entered and participated in, Pred was the one who eliminated me from the tournament in Lutz's bracket. And when he, because he messaged me right after I beat Prodigy, he was like, I'm your next opponent, and I was like, are you serious? You're really gonna gatekeep me from top 8 again? But I didn't know it until the match started that we were top 8, like we were loser side top 8. You see, he gets the first hit on Android 18, takes him to the corner. I wake up reflect, trying to get 18 out so I can raw tag. He reads me like a book, stomps me with Kid Boo, and 18 dies in like less than 30 seconds. What was that? 22 seconds flat. Boom, 18's gone. Is what it is. I don't know, man. Pred himself was obviously a very strong player. Then his team is such a pain to deal with. GT Goku, I still believe, has the best assist in the game. Kid Buu, I think, is the best character in the game. And Teen Gohan is still top tier himself. And the thing is, Pred used to play Kid Buu, Adult Gohan, GT Goku. But this season, he's only in Teen Gohan, which I felt like last season Teen Gohan was stronger. This season, I feel like he's a little bit weaker. Not than Adult Gohan, but weaker as a character, but still stronger than Adult Gohan. So I don't blame him for playing it. But it's just like, I'd much rather fight Adult Gohan than Teen Gohan. Teen Gohan is so much worse to deal with. That was a really weird combo I did, but I guess I just wanted as much damage as possible with the lariat into empty vanish into another lariat into level 3. I at least got him to force his sparking out, right? So now we're on somewhat more of an even playing field now that we both have that resource off the table. He's like trying to bait me with a super dash, or bait me to super dash with keep outs. I'm like, I ain't pussy, I'm definitely gonna do it. You know what I mean? So I did super dash and I got the full combo. Yeah, one of the things I hate the most about Pred's team, by the way, obviously, like, all these characters are top tier, but I don't hate the characters because they're top tier. The problem with me is that, like, for one, his neutral is way better. Like, the neutral of his team is way better. Just off GT Goku assist alone, like, that's all he really needs. Plus, he gets super dash assist with the DP assist, and I guess I get it with Bardock, but it's not quite as good, to me anyway. You do see I got a reset there with the combo, because I dropped the combo, I don't think he was ready, so my 5H ended up being a reset with the combo, which means I was able to kill off this, so I'll take it, right? But yeah, also, every single block string with this team is a 50-50. Like, I block any of his characters, he has an assist, it's a 50-50 every single time. Like, I don't get that with my team. I gotta work way harder to open people up, bro. That's my own fault, right? Like, this is the team I chose to play, these are assists I choose to play. I'm just saying, like, it just is what it is. That's just one of the things I gotta deal with. Plus, all his characters are small. They're all small. And they're all small characters with good neutral. They're so hard to hit. They're so hard to hit. Like, in every sense of the phrase, they're just hard to touch. You see he gets GT Goku out, Teen Gohan in, hits with the level 3, and I'm like, okay, not liking where this is going. If I get hit, I'm gonna die, and there's the jump heavy. You know, it's funny, usually in scenarios like those, I would be fuzzy mashing Twitch, but I don't know when this started happening, but I stopped doing that as much, because if you don't know, a little option select you can do in Dragon Ball FighterZ when you're in the corner like that, when you're holding that block string is you can, if you time your 2H properly, 2H will beat an IAD button when they go for it again the way he did. It will also tech a Dragon Rush for you, and it will also block lows as long as you're doing the setup right. Or not the setup right, but you know, the input right, right? It's an option select. It covers all those options simultaneously. That was such a good poke by me. Good job, Lotus. That was such a good poke to interrupt the string, take out the GT Goku. That's full combo. It's going to be GT Goku dead. I probably could have killed with a bar and a half if I had done EX spin into just level 1 with the right javelin, but whatever. I had plenty of meter. We'll spin to level 3. But yeah, it's just I don't know. That's a really good option select that I haven't gone for lately. And Pred in particular is someone who I should be doing that against, because multiple times he ends up hitting me with just an IID button like the second time in the string. I get the EX late on Team Gohan, although that spent my bar for the vanish, so I didn't really have a good way to like super him anything. So I just take the knockdown off the light spin, and now we're just playing a game of chicken. I whiff a JM eventually. He runs up, tick throws me. I'm nervous this guy. Okay, fortunate enough, he didn't build the bar for the level 5. If he had built level 5, I don't think it would have killed, but I would have been so panicked that I probably would have died anyway. Level 3, I'm just like, screw it. Now, I know that looked crazy. I know that looked wild. Lotus, you woke up mash level 3. Yes. Yes, I did. There's a few reasons for that. Number 1, I'm a Bardock man. Come on, bro. Y'all. Come on, bro. You know about us. Stop acting surprised. Number 2, Pred just picked up Team Gohan, so there's some scenarios where I'm willing to take the risk on challenging his Team Gohan because I know all his setups aren't perfected yet. I've seen him mess up a lot with Team Gohan against me because we've been playing games since he started picking up Team Gohan. We've been training together, so I knew that he didn't have everything down packed. Number 3, if I got hit, I was gonna die anyway, right? Like, it was gonna be hard for me to guess and block correctly. So I was like, well, if I'm potentially gonna die anyway, I'm gonna go out swinging. Like, what do I have to lose? Because if I get hit, I'm going to lose anyway, so I might as well try. Because if I'm right about swinging, then I win. And you know what? It helped me get game 1. But yeah, you only get lucky like that once, as you'll quickly see. Pred wasn't very happy about me mashing like that on Wake Up. Understandably so. But things quickly went downhill for LotusAsakura after that game 1. You know, it looked like I might have had a chance. It was a pretty evenly matched game 1. I managed to clutch it out at the very end. But Android 18 doing what Android 18 does best for me, according to y'all. Dying, that is. I do get the chance to actually spend my sparking here, though. I wish I had gone for air dash instead of 2M there. It might have worked out. I can't believe he blocked low that early, but I was greedy and went for 2M, so it was easier. We guard cancel, get Android 18 out, Bardock back in. He tried to go for a 2-0. He wanted to poke back. I get the combo with Bardock, knock me down the trunks, send him back up. Key less in the light spin. Oh no, we just did regular knockdown into level 3. I did that level 3 a little early too, and I did it against a couple other players where I did my level 3 so early I actually whiffed it. Like I said, your boy got to tighten up. We dash in with the 2L. I throw out the Destructo Disc, beats the raw tag. We get the full combo off the confirm on Kid Buu. Not a great combo, but a good combo nonetheless. And again, here's another thing, right? Pred's a masher too. He plays Team Gohan. You already know Team Gohan, Kid Buu, GT Goku. That is a mashing ass team, bro. You know good and well they're mashing. Pred mashes on Wake Up all the time, and it's because he knows that my meaty setups and my Oki is not very good. But especially with Kid Buu, he will mash on Wake Up more often than not. So like when I do things right, he gets hit, but when I don't, he gets his turn back. I'm staggering here with Android 18, not very well, mind you. He super dashes the Ki Blast. For those of you who don't know, a lot of times I'll try to reset my block swings with that Ki Blast because, for one, I think it's slow enough that it allows me to get my assist back, and 2, it's also plus on blocks. So like if they block it, they can't really mash back, and you know, I get my assist back while able to like restart my block string. Not that any of that matters because Android 18 doing what she does best, dying. I suck. EX Orb is always what I'm on the lookout for. Neutral with GT Goku. I'm just like, just don't get hit by Orb. Just don't get hit by Orb. Just don't get hit by Orb. I managed to block all that, and I started to chase him so I could punish him for trying to get away. And I got hit by the Kamehameha thing. EX flipping a jump heavy into Dragon Rush. He techs it. Hits me with the 236. Not even the heavy version, just the regular version. Or maybe that was the medium. I don't actually know. I don't know how to distinguish between the light and medium version. That might have actually been the light version. Blocking GT Goku here in the corner with Trunks. I'm just like, okay, we're kind of getting steamrolled this match. Again, the IAD buttons. I was pushing 2L instead of 2H. I wanted 2H that time because I remember that's what he did to me last time in the corner. Was he like jumped in on me and then jumped in again, and I wanted to 2H it this time, but I just couldn't get my thumb to do what my brain was thinking I should do, and so I got hit. Level 3, blocked the first heavy, guard cancels, somehow managed to get out of there safely. He doesn't have assist on like that. This is my time to go in. I jump in with JM and go low, which is like easier to block than it used to be. People are a lot better at reacting to that now, but visually it's still a little like misleading because again, you see me do the buttons in the air, so you want to block high, but then I go low. Didn't do that great of a combo. he gets GT Goku out, Team Gohan, and I'm just like, damn, I'm looking at his team at this point, like, he still has so much health on all his characters, and still sparking. Meanwhile, I'm over here fighting for my life. EX Lariat, I think, is actually safe on block, but the problem there is that I tried to backdash after blocking it, and his jab actually caught me. He's going for tick throw there, or at least that's what I thought, and I was trying to tech with 2H, but he didn't actually. He was just checking me with jab, and so my 2H whiff, I didn't get punished for it though. Level 1, level 3, Bardock out, Trunks in. I'm like, okay, I can go in for an actual hit here and take out Team Gohan as long as he gets hit, but he might pop his sparking. I go in for media change to Fushi. He actually did mash. I didn't take my plus frames. Catches me with the super dash into a reach jump, which I'm not gonna lie was kind of sick. I didn't even know he had those. And then into the boot, assist, key blast, kicks, Dragon Rush. This team hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Because, like, Kid Buu and GT Goku, their supers aren't very strong, but Team Gohan more than makes up for it. And the thing is, like, once Team Gohan dies, then GT Goku's supers become more powerful, then making up for the fact that you no longer have Team Gohan. So it's just like, the team is just really good, man. This team is just really, really good. He's really good, and his team's really good. I run face first into an EX Orb, then I eat a DP assist after whipping a Reflect, and that's game number 2. Kind of a beatdown. Kind of a beatdown. Definitely not my best, but that's usually about how games go when I fight Pred. Like, I can hold my own, I can take games, but more often than not, they look kind of like that. More often than not, they look kind of like that. So he takes game 1, or he takes game number 2, tying things up 1-1. I'm like, okay, let's just take a second to breathe. You saw I didn't hit rematch right away there. Calls me out on the round start super dash, which I almost never do, but it's one of those things where, like, I did it just to check him, just to see if he was ready for it, and he absolutely was. He backdashes into a 2H. Yeah, I immediately spent my sparking. I kind of regret spending my sparking so early there, but I was getting into the habit of spending spark early to keep my team alive, and so that's what I did. Even though Android 18 hadn't been putting up much of a fight in this matchup for me, yeah, the problem is, like, my Android 18 is good against most people. It's against the really, really strong players I struggle with Android 18. That's why my Android 18 looks so whack when I fight people like Pred or Nitro Bros or No Kami or Hook, is because all those people have better neutral than me, and their teams have way better neutral than mine. And Android 18's neutral as a character is very bad. Also, speaking of very bad, that was such a dumb guard cancel. You can't guard cancel, kid. Boo! I'm an idiot. I always block 5H and think, okay, I can guard cancel here, and then boom! I get 2H. But yeah, it's just like, I struggle with neutral as a player. Android 18 struggles with neutral as a character. If I don't have Trunks assist, then I'm lost. I'm just gonna super dash a lot, right? And that's pretty much all I've got. Meanwhile, all these players are better than me in the neutral game and have better neutral assists. So yeah, that's why my 18 struggles so much against people like this. I can get by against most other players, but when you're playing at that highest level, or against those players who play at the highest level, it's a lot tougher. It's a lot tougher. And you see, this game's going even worse than the last one, man. I'm just not able to get a word in edgewise. It's just really bad. I managed to, like, do something really gimmicky there with the flip, and made him think he was gonna get hit with a Dragon Rush. I get a combo and I go for the EX flip into the J2H, but, like, he gets Kid well anyways, so it doesn't really matter. I'm surprised I didn't get 2H there, but he reflects into the EX lunge. I guard cancel. He cancels it into 2H. I'm just like, oh, Lotus, you're falling apart. You're falling apart. Like, and the thing is, right, it's not even like I'm doing things I didn't mean to do. It's just like all the decisions I made were just the wrong decisions. Like a lot of times, like sometimes when I do like bad guard cancels like that, or, you know, when I get hit in scenarios, I'm like, oh, that's not what I meant to do, right? Like, we all make mistakes, we all make misinputs, but in this matchup, I pretty much played exactly how I want. Especially the first match, obviously, is where I played the best because I ended up winning that game. Even the second match, though, like, there wasn't really too many things I did wrong in terms of, like, what I wanted to do. There were bad decisions I made, but everything I wanted to do was pretty much what I meant to do, and that still holds true for this match. I couldn't believe this worked. I thought for sure he was going to jump back and super dash me for it and I was going to die. I did Key Blast and Vanish. I was kind of negative, I felt like, so I just went for the raw level 3, and surprisingly he actually got hit by the overhead, and we take out GT Goku, so I'm like, okay, we at least can lose with some dignity, because it was looking like a wash, bro. When I take down one character, I'm like, okay, we can do this one step at a time. I'm still not expecting to win here, but one step at a time. I still have a decent amount of health, and I got kicked in my fucking mouth. I hate it here, man. I hate it here. Oh, brother. And so that's how I lost to Legendary Pred in top 8 of City of Mayhem, meaning that I went out at 7th place. Now, if you weren't watching that tournament, it turns out Pred went on to win the whole tournament from loser side of the bracket. He beat everybody and then reset things 3-0 in grand finals and then won 3 more games and won the whole shebang. So it's not too bad. You know, I lost to the guy who ended up winning the whole tournament. There is some pride in that, I feel. I know not everybody agrees with that mentality, but that's usually how I feel. Like, if I lose to the guy who won the whole tournament, can you really feel that bad? Plus, I don't feel bad losing to Pred anyway. Pred's good. Pred's cool. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty proud of my performance. I like the way that I played for the most part. Most of the decision making that I made was good, obviously it's still a lot of room for improvement. And I didn't make too many misinputs after the first round against Posey. I still had a couple of drops that were almost costly, but for the most part, everything I wanted to do, I did manage to do. Especially making that top 8. That being said, now that I've officially made a top 8 with Android 18, Bardock, and Trunks, I kind of want to start working more on my base Vegeta and play some base Vegeta in tournament, because I do love that character, and y'all really want to see me play that character in tournament, so we're gonna make that happen sooner or later. But yeah, that's pretty much where we wrap things up. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, so you can stay tuned for all those content I plan to bring you. And with all that being said, that's pretty much all I have today. And remember, nothing can happen to swing the bat. Later.